All right. Well, hello, everyone. Happy Thursday. It's Friday Eve. We hope that wherever you are, you're enjoying the spring weather. If it's come your way, hopefully it has. And we hope you're having a great week. And we thank you for spending a part of your week with us to get checked in with what's going on workerscompensation.com. And we want to lead off by touting our Simply Research product. This isn't just an ad. It's a little bit of an ad, but this isn't really an ad. We just want to show you how you can use the tools, the resources, the materials, everything that's available on Simply Research that our compliance team works hard on to hand over to you so that you don't have to spend your time looking up information, that you'll have it right there on Simply Research. And so we're going to go ahead and get started today and feature one of the tools that is especially helpful in my opinion. So let's go ahead and share our screen here and get started with what's up with us, and hopefully help you do your job a little bit better, a little bit easier with less stress. So if you go to Simply Research, if you're already a subscriber, you're familiar with this page, this is the home page. You got the 50-state map here. Click where you are that you need to get information about. Any of these states here, go into, and right away it'll pull you to a menu specific to that state. The forms that we have for that state, the legal library, meaning rules, regs, statutes, whatever, our little compliance summaries that our compliance team puts together to distill down information into an understandable, easy to read format. So there you go. And there's the latest. We got some forms out of there. There's a compliance update, links, contact information, everything that you have. I really like to use this toolbar over here when I'm looking for information on Simply Research. And one of the things that's very helpful, particularly if your work involves multiple states and you're looking for topics that are covered in multiple states, we have a couple of ways to get to it. First of all is the custom report center. So you plug in what you need, the states that you need, it'll pull back that information. And we've taken a look at that in the past, and on a future episode, we might take a look at that again. In fact, I'm pretty sure we will take a look at that again because it is a useful value-added feature. But these comparative tables are also a value-added feature. Another shout out to our compliance team. They put these together so that you know what's what, no matter what state you're in or what collection of states that you're working in. So here's some big topics. These are, heavy hitters that you're going to run up against quite a bit. And then some additional ones. I'm going to go ahead and there you see what they are. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at subrogation. That's sometimes a difficult topic. It's jurisdiction specific. You're not really sure what's what. Well, this gives you the chart on everything that you need to know about, what's up with subrogation in these jurisdictions. This gets you into the ballpark here, so you know what you're working with. So recovery limits. Well, there's a made whole doctrine in some states, and some states don't have recovery limits. Kind of statutes of limitations vary from state to state. All sorts of things that kind of vary from state to state. But there it all is. Our compliance team has put that together so that you know what's going on, and you can figure out what's going on in your state or whatever states that you're involved in. And equally helpful is where you can find it in the state's workers' compensation law. So that's right there. So you can go to the horse's mouth, get the full text. And all of that is also available in the state section on Simply Research. So there you go. That's just one tool. We have many, many more on many more topics in different sort of formats. Like I said, we've got all this information over here: event calendar, calculators, forms, the legal library, you name it, it's all right there. Check it out. And the way that you can check it out, if you don't have a subscription already, is you go right here to workerscompensation.com. You go to Simply Research, and there's the page. And you can sign up for the free trial. Hit that button, put in your information. You get 7 days free access to Simply Research just to see if you like it, see if it'll work for you. And then you can go from there. We have subscriptions as low as $99 a month. Now, we want to get to what we've got going on our site. It's been a great week, I think, in terms of content, really useful information. We've got some good ones that are coming tomorrow that are already up that, we'll highlight in tomorrow's social media. a New York case, and then a workplace safety issue there. And here's where we are today. And there's all three of the pieces that are sort of the feature here today are really good, but I want to highlight two of them. First of all, the leadership link from Dr. Claire Musselman and the idea of what it really means to show up. Now, if someone said to you, listen, you're a leader, what does it mean to you to show up in your leadership role? And, I think I could come up with something to sort of describe it, get an idea. It might do the trick, okay, that makes sense. But I haven't seen that concept as astutely and understandably articulated the way that Dr. Musselman does in this piece here. And this piece was, and it comes from the heart. And that's why I think this is such a good, thought-provoking piece that you can really dig your teeth into as a reader, because it comes from the heart. It was inspired by Dr. Musselman's students at Drake University. And, there's a lot of real in here, and it's about being real. So the tone of the piece really matches what is needed to show up as a leader. So read that, and that will give you some ideas, at least on your way to the road toward authentic leadership, which is not an easy thing to do, because it does. And Dr. Musselman is really great in this, really insightful in her analysis about real leadership, authentic leadership. Showing up, as we mean those words, requires vulnerability. And that's a very tough concept to understand as a leader, because you think, leadership isn't about being vulnerable. I've got to be the rock. I've got to be the pillar here. And Dr. Musselman's brilliance here is in sort of challenging that from a human dimension and looking at where connection comes in and the space between leading and being an authentic leader. So check it out, read it. And then on the sort of like, a kind of a similar topic in the realm of what I would call self-leadership, Anne Llewellyn's latest case management focus has some tips that are useful no matter your profession on advancing your career on your terms. And I think it's an excellent reminder of things that you can do along the way: education, exploring areas that you're interested in, and really putting your focus on growth as a professional instead of just looking for a job, and that's why balance is important. And all these things make you a richer person and will organically help you along as you go up the career ladder. So, like I said, she's focused on, case management, nurse case management here, but really, if you just kind of change the terms a little bit, it's information that's applicable to pretty much any job that you can think of out there. So check that out. And again, one more time, this update is brought to you by Simply Research. If there's anything that you'd like to see us cover, or anything that you think that we need to cover better, cover more, please be in touch with us. We appreciate your time. We hope that the rest of your week goes extremely well. We're thankful for your readership. We're thankful for you watching these videos, and we're thankful for you. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day.